Hey, welcome. It's the Learning Drummer channel again, and this is all about musicality. This is the first 6 steps for you to develop your sense of musicality as you play the drums. Yes, there's 6 steps. Now, what you need to do is you need to have the sheets from the mind muscle exercises. Those are imperative for these steps. So if you don't have them, go back and get those sheets, at least the first and the third sheet. The second sheet is the first sheet, but just all the grace notes or all the ghost notes are filled in. So anyway, this is assuming that you have worked through the mind muscle exercises, because that's what helps you to develop the skill to be able to apply skills to musicality. This is the first 6 steps in developing your sense of musicality. There's going to be a few videos here. I'm planning them out as we go, but this is the start. This is the starting point, and it is imperative that you understand this. We're not talking about you having to memorize other people's beats. We don't do that here. We're helping you to create your own and create your own style and to create your own musicality. So, that said, the first of the 6 steps is you're going to take a measure and apply it to a second measure of the 2/4 beats that we had. As you remember with those sheets, everything was a 2/4 measure. Well, you put 2 of them together, you have a 4/4 measure, of course. So, here's an example where I took the third sheet and I took the 9th measure and the 15th measure and put them together. Okay, very simple. Now, the second step is figure out how you want to play this. You decide which notes are on which drum. I mean, the whole thing is written linear, as they all have been. You know that we've messed with all that linear so that the bass drum does the ghost notes, the left hand does the ghost notes, whatever. You decide how you're going to play it. Are you going to put in ghost notes or not? Doesn't matter. But let's just focus on the pattern that you've just made. Okay, you've taken 2 examples and put them together. Now, the first thing you want to do is decide which notes are on which drum. Maybe you're going to want the whole thing on the bass drum with a couple notes where the snare drum duplicates it. Maybe you're going to have it the reverse. Everything's on the snare drum with the bass drum doing those notes. Now, in this example that I show you with 9 and 15, example measures 9 and 15, the snare drum is there on both 2 and 4. You can either remove the snare drum on both or one or the other, or if what you've put together does not have 2 and 4 with the snare drum and you feel better with 2 and 4 on the snare, add it. This is where you're creating. Come up with a beat that you like. So, here's an example of different approaches to just that point. Okay, so you understand what I'm saying, is that you play around with it a little bit, you try to figure out exactly where or how those drums are going to play, how the instrument's going to play. Now you add some sort of a cymbal work over top of it. Cymbal ostinato is my default, but you can play with a different symbol. You can have it just play all around it. It can be the ghost notes, whatever it is you want to do. Here again, it's you creating you. So I would recommend going ahead with a cymbal ostinato on this. Okay, let me add a side note here. None of those examples were clean. It wasn't a finished product. I was just simply trying to demonstrate how you can get to different points, different ostinatos, etc. I did not focus on making sure that everything was perfect. I'm just letting you know that it was a demo video. Okay, the fourth step is you add dynamics. Where is it? What notes do you want to accent? Do you want to accent the E of 3? Do you want to accent 2 and the E of 3? Where is it you want to throw in the accents? What works best? Now, that may help to dictate which ostinato you like the most. That said, dynamics can be affected not only by the intensity of the strike of the drum or cymbal, but it can also be affected by open space and the playing of just having space before the next note hits. The other aspect is some devices or some surfaces, like a ride cymbal, if you're hitting the cymbal and then the bell is going to come off much more loudly than the ride cymbal itself, even though you're hitting it at the same pressure, same intensity. It's just the physics of the cymbal does that. So keep all of that in mind when you're playing around with your dynamics. Okay, the fifth step is, now that you've got the groove or the musicality of your pattern pretty much locked in, pretty much solid in your head, play it. Play it over and over and over so that the next day you come back to it, you know it. It's there. Play it, play it, play it. You're going to find different ways as you play it to play it and say, hey, I actually like that better. So play it, play around with it, get it to the point that you're like, this is really good. That's the fifth step. The sixth step is basically now you're trying to make it into music. Yes, you've made it musical, but let's make it into music. Most music is done 4/4 time frame, and the fourth measure is usually a turnaround. And so what I want you to do is to do your groove for 4 measures, but on the fourth measure, 3 and 4 is a fill, and come back in on 1. And just play that over and over so that you're doing 4 measures with a fill, back to 4 measures with a fill, back to 4 measures with a fill, okay? After you've gotten that kind of under your belt, do it so that one of the times the fourth measure is the entire fill. So 1, 2, 3, 4, back to 1. Understand? Here's an example. Okay, so that's it for the first exercise lessons, if you will, in musicality, applying it to your drum set. The next video will be coming out shortly. It extends what you've just learned, and we'll be going on from there. So, I hope all this is helpful for you, and God bless you in your musical journey. Thanks for watching.